Okay, Brett, this is your system. I'm just going to go through a few things with you so that when you get it up on site, you're already familiar with how to put it together. Obviously, it'll be laying on a pallet. It'll be all packaged up. The batteries won't be in it. They'll be on the side of the pallet. So when you stick your batteries in, keep them down one end because the door handle needs to close. But the batteries are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. The cables, your negative cable obviously has got black heat shrink on it. The positive cable obviously red heat shrink on it. Your battery links will be numbered 2 so you can't get them mixed up. Okay. You'll notice on the side of the battery cabinet we've got some vented and it's got a bug screen on the inside. At the top of the cabinet it's also vented. It's vented according to Australian standards, the size that we need. It just vents out the back so you won't have any problems. Just up here as we go up, you've got a weatherproof outlet, GPO, just so that as soon as you hook it up, your customer's got power. You'll notice here MC4 panel connectors to bring your solar into. They're set up ready, I'll show you that in a minute, but we'll give you MC4 brand connectors so that you terminate them on your cables and just plug them straight in. Now, when it gets up to your place, you'll put the batteries in first before you do anything, and this battery disconnector will be out, okay? But so do your batteries first, test your voltage. You should have 24 volts on these two terminals right here. So your middle terminal will be a positive, your outside will be a negative. The other side here is the break for the inverter, that's your inverter fuse. So all you're really interested in is make sure you've got 24 volts across these two terminals. Then just close your disconnector up, right? You'll notice straight away as you close it, your PL60, you'll get voltage on your PL60, and all you need to do is set the time on this PL60. We've set all the other parameters, so I'll just show you that. We just go through with, let's turn the light on. We just go through, just keep clicking through until you see set, hold your finger down, and bar will come up that says time. Now this operates on 24 hours, so you just keep, bugger, what do I do? Just hold it down on set again. Right, now hold it down on time, so when you hold it down it'll start flashing. There you go, it's flashing. So we just scroll through and it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon here, so we'll just scroll through to obviously 16 and you'll be fine. Now it's really important to set this time because all the data you get out of your PL60 all finishes at 12 o'clock the night before. So the PL60 is really handy in that it'll tell you what you put in and what you took out of your batteries, but you need to set the time so it's not kind of random amounts. So just go around to 16, right there, just hold your finger down again and it's set. Okay, then you just scroll through, it's a 24 volt system. We're in program 4, you can check out the manual and find out what program 4 is, but we'll give you all that data. Okay, and then just scroll through, keep scrolling, and you're back on battery volts. What the customer's always really probably most interested in is charge. Now right now we've got some PV up on the roof. I think we've got about 700 watts and we've got 6.4 amps of charge. Okay. You'll notice we put a light in here for you, just a strip LED, right? That doesn't go through any of the controls. It's pretty much connected straight to the batteries, just so that if there's some issue in here, the customer's always got like a safety light that can come on. With these inverters, if you look here on the inverter, you can switch it into what's called power saver mode or power saver off. So if you put it in power save auto, what it does is instead of drawing say about 3 amps to keep this thing alive, it draws about 1 amp or less just to keep it alive. But what it means is that it needs a load to kind of kick it along. So if you had it in power saver mode and had a fridge plugged in, when you opened the door of the fridge you would notice the light was blinking because it's just not quite enough load to keep the inverter switched on. So, but if the fridge motor came on, yeah, the inverter would switch on. So the reason we suggest to people to leave it in power saver mode is so that it does save you some energy, okay? But if you're at home and you're doing a bit of work and you want things coming on quickly, just leave it in non-power saver mode, and it just means that straight away it'll always be on, ready to go. But you can kind of experiment with yourself on that. You'll notice also we've got just on the side here where your arrays come in. We've said array 1, 2 modules, and I think you said you were going to do 250 watt German solar. Array 2 is 2 modules, and then array 1 is 1 module. And we've sized the fuses accordingly. So in array 1 you've got 20 amp fuses for your string control, and in array 3 you've got 12 amp. You've got an array isolator. We've also got some 24 volt terminals for you with 32 amp fuses, just in case the customer might have a 24 volt pump or something like that. 200 amp shunt, PLS2 digital shunt interface. All that does is it's just taking an analog shunt reading, turning it into digital signal and putting it into the PL60. The beauty of the PL60 charge controller is it's really accurate, telling the customer what went into the batteries and what went out of the batteries. And its accuracy is because of this shunt, because the shunt is from here straight to the batteries, like there's nothing in between the batteries and the shunt, so they're quite accurate, and that's why we recommend people who are unfamiliar with off-grid systems to use a PL60 charge controller, probably the more accurate charge controller on the market. There's probably not much else I can show you. I'm sure you've kind of up to speed on things, but you'll ring me, I'm sure, if you've got any problems. Oh, one other thing. Obviously, there's your input for your generator, and there's an indicator light on the side, which will, the light will come on if the batteries go down to 70% state of charge, and the light will go off when you lift the batteries up to 80%. So obviously, if that light was on at 5 in the afternoon, the customer would probably want to hook the generator up for an hour, kick it along. But if that light came on at 7 in the morning and it was a sunny day, like, don't bother, because you've got all day to charge the batteries. That should be it. You're welcome to ring me if you've got any questions. Thanks.